Okay, let's talk about morning breath. We all get it. We all think we know what it is. You wake up, your mouth tastes kind of funky, you brush your teeth, and boom, it's gone. Simple. But what if I told you the real story is, well, it's a lot weirder, and honestly, a whole lot grosser than you've ever been led to believe.
Yeah, just let that sink in for a second. Cadaverine and putrescine. These are not just some random, scary-sounding science words. They are the actual reason you have morning breath, and it has almost nothing to do with how well you brushed the night before.
And there you have it. The reason those names sound so awful is because they are. These are the exact same chemical compounds that are released when a body starts to decompose. And every single night, your own mouth starts manufacturing them.
So we need to completely reframe how we think about this. We've been told morning breath is all about bits of food you missed. Nope. Turns out it's a chemical event. It's like a little factory for these death chemicals that just switches on inside your mouth while you're sleeping.
That's the real question, isn't it? How does your mouth go from being pretty clean when you fall asleep to that just a few hours later? And here's the kicker. It's not a bug, it's a feature. It's part of your biology.
The answer, it turns out, is all about a very specific biological event that happens like clockwork right in the middle of the night. Your body basically initiates a deliberate shutdown sequence in your mouth.
And this right here, this is the first domino to fall. See, to conserve energy and resources while you're out cold, your body hits the brakes on producing its #1 defense for your mouth, saliva.
And look, we're not talking about a small dip here. Your saliva production plummets by a staggering 90%. Think about that. Saliva is what keeps all the bad bacteria in check. It's your mouth's 24/7 cleaning crew. And at 4 a.m., your body basically fires the entire team and leaves the doors wide open.
So here's the play-by-play for your mouth every night. You go to bed, things are normal, then bam, 4 a.m. hits and all that protective saliva vanishes. This creates the perfect oxygen-free environment for a very specific kind of bacteria to just go nuts.
They're called anaerobic bacteria, and the name says it all. They thrive where there isn't oxygen. So when the saliva disappears, they have a party. They multiply like crazy. And what's the waste product from their little party? You guessed it, cadaverine and putrescine. The death chemicals are literally their garbage.
I mean, you can't put it any better than that, can you? For those last few hours of sleep, from about 4 a.m. until your alarm goes off, your mouth is running a whole different kind of operation. And the craziest part, this is happening to every single one of us, every single night.
Okay, so that's the horrifying problem. But the good news is there's a solution. And it's surprisingly simple. It's not some newfangled chemical from a lab. It's an ancient technique that goes right to the chemical root of the problem. So why can't you just swish with water? Well, think back to high school chemistry. Oil and water don't mix. These death chemicals, cadaverine and putrescine, are oily, lipid-soluble compounds. Water just flows right over them. But oil dissolves oil. It's chemically built to grab onto these compounds and literally pull them out.
And this practice actually has a name. It's called oil pulling. It's an ancient technique from Ayurvedic medicine that's been around for centuries. What people knew through tradition, we can now see through science. It works because the oil can get rid of what water just can't touch.
All right, so how do you actually do this? It could not be easier, but you have to get the timing right. The order of operations here is absolutely critical for it to work.
Here's the whole protocol. The second you wake up, and I mean before you drink water, before coffee, before anything, you take a spoonful of olive oil and swish it around for about 30 seconds. Then spit it out. And after that, you can have your water, you can brush your teeth. The key is you have to get those chemicals out first.
Now, if you're feeling a little skeptical, I totally get it. But there is some very quick, very visual, and, I'll admit it, very disturbing proof that this is actually working. When you spit that oil out, it's not going to be that nice golden olive oil color that went in. It's going to be a thick, milky, opaque white.
So why does it turn white? Well, this is the wild part. It's because you're not just spitting out oil anymore. You're spitting out an emulsion of oil, all those death chemicals, and, as our source so vividly puts it, millions of bacterial corpses. That's what you're seeing. That's the proof.
So what's the payoff? Well, you physically yanked those death chemicals out of your mouth before your body has a chance to reabsorb them. You're basically hitting a reset button on your mouth's chemistry.
And the personal testimony here, after doing this for 1 month, morning breath was completely, totally gone.
So just one final thought on this. It's incredibly effective, but it is not for the faint of heart. Seeing the proof of what was just camping out in your mouth, it's an experience. But hey, it's also the most powerful confirmation you could ask for that you've just done a complete chemical cleanup.
So it turns out, morning breath isn't just some annoying little thing. It's a window into this bizarre chemical process that happens every night. It really makes you wonder, right? If something so common is this misunderstood, what other crazy secrets is your body keeping from you?